Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of In the Chair with the Beauty Shaman. And today I have my very good friend and naturopathic doctor, Bella Eisenhower. Yay, Bella! So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna make up Bella, but Bella's gonna talk about menopause. One of my subscribers specifically asked for more information about menopause. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. And Bella has helped me enormously with my own perimenopause, menopausal stuff. So I really appreciate her help, and I think her information is very valuable. So welcome, Bella.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna work on you as we talk,
Great.
okay? Why do naturopathic as opposed to medical, and what's the difference? I think that's a huge question for a lot of women.
Okay, so the difference in going to see a medical doctor as opposed to a naturopathic doctor, a medical doctor is gonna listen to your symptoms and treat your symptoms, suppress your symptoms pretty much. Where an ND will...
Naturopathic doctor.
Naturopathic doctor will treat the cause, go in and find the imbalance like a detective and balance whatever's going on. If it's a deficiency, excess of something, then that's what we do. And I don't stop until I find and correct that balance. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, it sounds like the naturopath works with the body when a medical doctor is more just going to
cause
And then what are the
reactions.
long-term benefits and detriments of using medical as
Okay.
opposed to naturopathic stuff?
Well, in general, being on meds are going to cause more deficiencies, more symptoms of, could be liver problems, can be kidney problems, you name it.
Because of the chemicals?
drugs.
Is that what it is? The
Yes.
drugs cause
Yes.
more long-term issues that way. Right.
And whereas a naturopathic doctor, you're going to keep the more balance. I remember we talked about our spiral.
Yeah.
Well, a naturopathic doctor will move you to spiral up. So like right now, when someone's in menopause, they're just, you hit kind of a roadblock. You feel like you're spiraling down.
Right.
Well, I stop that and then we spiral up. And so as you stay on your healthy protocol, you feel better, so you exercise better,
Right.
you treat yourself better, you eat better, and so that spiral keeps going up, increasing your vitality and your energy.
Right.
And that I don't stop until we see that shift. And then I'm like, okay, out you go.
Yeah.
You're on your own, but I'm always here, like to tweak things. And,
Yes, you help tweak me.
Yeah. Right.
You're my professional tweaker. Okay, someone gets into perimenopause. Let's just start with, you're in your mid-40s. Shit starts happening, right? Like things
even
start.
30s. I have women in
I
their 30s.
suddenly gained 20 pounds and it was crazy. And
Yeah.
so what kind of happens and what do women need to, when do they know they're in perimenopause?
Perimenopause could be your periods are heavier, you're more irritable, cranky, moody, bloated, insomnia, just you don't feel like yourself. Mm-hmm. And there could be weight gain with that. And then when you start to feel horrible, then you just start to reverse. You start to eat worse, you start less exercise, no sleep, you start to eat sugar, more caffeine.
Yes.
So it's a conundrum, and that could start as early as your 20s, even in your teens. And I see my teens, the mom or the parents or the daughter or whatever, they want to go on birth control to stop all those symptoms, but that's not what you want to do.
So what happens if women do that, like go on birth control? Isn't that just another chemical or what is it?
Yes, it's horrible. So, with my younger girls, and then when they get off, with the younger girls, even in their 20s, they're still bloated. They're still moody, emotional, when they're on synthetic birth control in all kinds, and the IUDs.
Yeah.
It's almost, they're
So what do you
sometimes
recommend for
suicidal.
birth control?
I'm not licensed to plug this, but my favorite thing is the Fem cap, and it is a cervical cap that is silicone. It looks like a little sombrero hat. Just Google it, Fem cap. It's a Russian guy who invented it, and then he has a non-toxic spermicide to use as a secondary protection. But I love that. So I am not.
And what about for older women? Like for me, I mean, I've had things tied, so I don't need that. But if a woman my age,
FemCap,
do you use the FemCap? So you say like anybody, really? That's
anybody.
The way to go.
There's 3 different sizes. There's a never been pregnant. There's been pregnant and either miscarriage or aborted, or there's a given birth. So there's just 3 sizes.
So let's talk about diet. Let's go there, because it's not just getting your hormones right. It's also like changing your diet. I had to change a lot of things in my diet. I'm an A blood type, and so I had to make some alterations. So let's go to that subject matter and how that kind of influences things.
Okay. Yeah, so for 16 years, I've used the blood type diet. Again, I'm not part of Diodamo's stuff, but I've traveled all around the world. I've studied all kinds of diets. And the blood type diet is a anti-inflammatory diet. So, and with my type O's, I can tell immediately, from my younger patients, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, blood sugar issues, all of that, like type O's, eating too many carbs, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So yes, that's one of my first things is I don't sit there and, expound on, eat peas for breakfast and whatever. But I say, get on the blood type diet and follow that as much as you can.
Right.
So, and that it helps give you more energy. You are less bloated,
right.
And you just feel better, and then you lose weight a little bit, and then you can exercise a little bit more, and so that kind of starts you spinning in a better direction.
Okay.
But then stress too. Stress is a huge component of something I talk about, and usually 30s, 40s, 50s, mothers are raising kids, working, relationship stuff, you name it. So I really work on, remember my mantra, all is well, like trying to stay in the moment. So the main symptoms women come in for me are, of course, fatigue, anxiety, depression, joint pain, all of that stuff, and weight gain, we say.
Yeah.
What else?
One of the things that you said to me, which was really helpful, is you said women who get into their late 40s and 50s are wrung out, was the phrase that you used. And when you said that to me, I almost started crying, because I thought that's how I felt.
Exactly.
Completely wrung out.
Yes.
Like, I have given to everybody. I have raised my raising my children. I'm divorced. I'm exhausted, and I felt fat.
Too.
Like it was just so intense. And you were like, "I get it, but we got to get you off that track."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I started only seeing women, because my women were coming to me what I call like just a holy wash rag, ready to be thrown out.
Yeah.
Husbands are divorcing them,
right,
marrying younger women while you've
so
raised
lovely.
the kids.
Yeah, so nice. We
everything.
just love that, don't we? Yeah.
So my what I say is women are a cup. So we're the chalice, we're the womb.
Right.
And I say it's time to fill your cup up and learn to set boundaries. My favorite word I learned was no. No.
Was no. Yeah.
No, I can't. No, I can't do after prom again.
Yeah.
No, I can't. So learning to say no is imperative. And then you learn to figure out how to fill your cup up. And we don't stop. And then you don't give. And of course you're going to give to your kids.
Right.
But it's the superfluous stuff that, unless your cup is overflowing, we shouldn't be giving ourselves away so much.
Right. And that's a hard thing. I think it's a really, I'm going to do lips while you, so yeah, it's a hard thing for women to learn, because I think our culture so caters to women doing everything, and you're not good enough unless you do all these things, and you're not a good mother. I know I battle with that. And so that kind of all plays into all of the menopausal issues. So let's go back to menopause and talk about more stuff with that. With what do you do? Somebody like me comes in, or any woman comes in, they're wrung out, they've got all these symptoms, you start to alter their diet.
Right.
And then what do you do?
Well, okay, so we look at, again, like what are your stresses? So we look at, mitigating that.
Right.
But, and then we talked about, remember how we have progesterone and estrogen,
Right.
of course, DHEA and testosterone, all good hormones. But when moms are driven by, their coffee and their wine in their evening, its blood sugars are all over the place. So we look at, working with that, and also kind of hard to stay focused.
I know it is, isn't it? Right? I'm like
pampered.
poke things in your face, and you're like, wow, we're trying to talk about menopause. Yeah.
Well, it's also like, remember we talked about the progesterone estrogen ratio.
Right.
So stress, coffee, all of that causes our cortisol to go up, and then it causes our testosterone to go up, and then our blood sugar to go up, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then when that's out of our system, all those go down twice as low. So the adrenals start to drain the thyroid, and the thyroids are connected to the ovaries. So most doctors don't even know that our ovaries produce a thyroid hormone. So it's...
Wow, I don't know if I knew that. You might
Yeah,
have told me that.
Probably did.
Yeah. Wow.
But anyway, so our whole glandular system is connected. So I know that if you're stressed and you're running your life on, coffee in the morning, wine at night, it just, they're not evil. We just have to find a balance. Our estrogen progesterone ratio should be 3-1, progesterone to estrogen. But when we see irritability, moody, bloating, weight gain, what else is there? Lots of other conundrums. That is you're being estrogen dominant. And it's not like your estrogen is really super high, but in many cases it is. It's that your progesterone is really, really low. So I work on getting that balance. And then your vitamin D, I'm a Texan, so I have to talk with my hands.
That's okay. Just keep right on going.
All right. So vitamin D contributes to helping make progesterone, and then your progesterone contributes to making serotonin and melatonin. So your serotonin's your happy, feel good, and your melatonin is help me sleep at night. So when our progesterone ratio is better, our serotonin and melatonin is better.
So let's talk about, I started having thyroid issues, and I know that, typically doctors want to focus on just taking care of the thyroid, right? But that's kind of defeats the whole endocrine system, am I right? Like you kind of more want to do everything at the same time. Like you can speak to that better than I can, but.
Okay, so we want to support the adrenals because the adrenals are what are draining the thyroid now.
Right.
Because the adrenals are not functioning. So I work on that. We work on stop stressing out the adrenals and giving all the nutrients that the adrenals need.
Yeah.
And then I give the thyroid what it needs instead of giving you thyroid hormone, which will cause your body to stop making thyroid hormone. Then it's like giving your body the nutrients.
So it actually causes your body to stop. Oh my God.
Yeah. Just like, people that take too many enzymes, well, your body stops making those enzymes.
Right.
It's like, so there's a feedback system.
Right.
So it sees a lot of thyroid hormone when your thyroid just keeps shrinking and shrinking.
Uh-huh.
So I grow your thyroid back by giving your body the nutrients that it needs. And then the more those nutrients around, the thyroid will grow and
now what happens if you just do just take care of the thyroid, like kind of the medical model of okay, there's a problem, let's just throw some chemicals at it.
Well, eventually it's like that dose has to be higher and higher. I mean, every woman that comes in on a synthetic thyroid, they do not feel good. It's not working. It might work in the beginning.
Sounds like it doesn't serve the whole body, the whole person. And what you're looking at is let's serve the whole person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So working with the whole endocrine system, the pineal gland, which is where your serotonin and melatonin, the pituitary gland, which is all about thyroid function, a little bit, the hot flashes and things like that.
Right.
And then the thyroid, the thymus, the ovaries, all of it.
Right.
It's like getting it all in balance, and the adrenals.
So let's also touch on one subject, which is sort of random, and this is because my best friend really struggles with this, but the, what do you call it when your bones hurt? The fibromyalgia.
Oh, okay.
So I think you had told her that isn't even, it's not real. I don't know what the language you used about it, but it was,
So when I moved to Colorado, every woman was coming in with these same symptoms, joint pain, depressed, and forget one other symptom. But I'm like, what is going on? So I started, prescribing SAMI. But here as an ND, which contributes to making serotonin.
Okay.
S-adenyl methyl something. I don't even know what it stands for anymore. But it is a contributor to making serotonin. I'm like, well, I'm just treating symptoms. What's really going on? Because SAMI's expensive too.
Right.
So basically then I started following, progesterone actually converts to serotonin and melatonin. So I just kept going down the rabbit hole. And then every woman that I tested, even younger, are super deficient in vitamin D. So they're
interesting. And it's so sunny here. Like, I think, here around Colorado.
No, because we wake up, put on our sunglasses, we go to work.
Yeah.
We stay in there until 5, 6.
So we all vitamin D deficient, and you're thinking that's severely. What causes it. Wow.
Well, that contributes to it.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. It's contributing.
And so you've noticed if you give women vitamin D, a lot of that tends to clear up.
Well, not all of it, but with progesterone and vitamin D, and then, it's a whole cocktail.
Sure, it's a cocktail. I'm on a cocktail.
Yeah. You get to have a cocktail.
I get to have a cocktail, yeah. It takes time to kick in. Like, I think for me, within a couple weeks, I started to really notice. It wasn't straight away.
Yeah, well, because we're working on deficiencies, definitely. And, getting you kind of replete with those nutrients.
Right.
Basically.
I feel like I spend every month on my vitamins about $120 a month.
Yep.
Which for me, that's great. That's perfect, and I'm in great health. And
75 to 150, depending on how long you wait to reorder or whatever.
Right. But it's up to me to order it. So I go online and I put my order in, and it's just my vitamins. It's great. I love the system. I feel like it works really well. My health is great. And if I have problems, I call Bella.
Yeah.
I text her, actually. I'm like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and too, I always tell patients that in the beginning, the triangle's upside down. So we're doing a lot in the beginning. And then we get to that middle part of the triangle where, depending on your stress levels, where you are in life, you'll stay on this middle ground. As long as you're eating fairly decent, getting fairly decent exercise or whatever. Then later, when the kids are out of the house and you're in Tahiti, then you go to
with
that
the lovely
Apex.
Argentinian man named Pablo. Yes, go ahead.
Then you go to that apex where life is great, no stress, and you're eating really well.
Yeah.
But I just tell patients, it's like the medical model is upside down. You take a few drugs, and then you take a few more drugs, and then you get some surgeries, and then it just kind of goes down.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. And I would also like to say, before we close out, for those of you who watched the video to the end, which I appreciate, is that I was concerned about my sex drive, because my sex drive went down to basically non-existent, and that's a big issue. And that was one of my big concerns. I'm not in a relationship, but I thought, wow, this is I need to be sure that I got some oomph going on, right?
Right.
And you said, no, don't worry about it. And it's true. When I went on the creams, within a couple weeks, I was like, oh, there it is. It's back, So that's a good thing to keep in mind, that it does come back.
Yeah.
Once you get everything kind of balanced.
Right. Getting that estrogen dominance down, and then your whole body just becomes, you have more energy, all of that. So it all contributes, not just testosterone, to a better sex life.
Right.
But just having a good balance.
That's right. Thank you so much for watching Suzanne Blons, the Beauty Shaman, with Dr. Eisenhower here today talking about menopause. Please tune in for my other show on skincare, where we also talk about aging for women over 40 and 50, and what you do to help your skin not fall off your face, right, as you get older too. So thanks very much.